Hello, everyone, and welcome to Inside the Arena podcast brought to you by PeersArena. Inside the Arena podcast is a mini podcast series that focuses on mental health, well being, and every other issues or challenges we all face in our lives day to day. On each episode, we'll be picking a guest from our ever growing PeersArena community to talk about their views on mental health, well being, and most importantly, how they are personally affected by these issues. I'm your host, Tony. Thank you for listening. Hello, good day, and thank you for doing this.
Yeah, good day. It's my pleasure.
Thank you. I'd like for you to introduce yourself using just your sex and your age, please.
Okay. Male, 29 years old. Thank you.
So we're going to be asking some personal questions about mental health and well-being, and just basically about the challenges and struggles we face in our lives. So the first question is, how would you define mental health in your own words?
Okay. In my own words, I would refer mental health as a condition that affects your mood, thinking, and behavior. That is how you think, how you feel, how you behave in the society and around people in your community.
Okay, that's very insightful. And how are you personally affected by mental health, or have you been in the past?
Yes, everybody on earth have actually passed through the different forms of mental health, and I'm not an exception. I know mental health can come in different forms: depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, among others. And personally, I've been affected in different forms. And one major event was actually the loss of my dad, which actually changed the course of my life. It actually affected me in all areas, and thank God I actually put through.
Okay. Would you like to explain to us like what really happened during that period and how you think you were really affected by losing your dad?
Yeah, it came as a shock because I was actually um, observing my master's degree then, and it was during the exam period. Just you see the call, just coming, the dad is sick, and getting know is the opposite. It just came as if my world was crumbling. Like somebody you just spoke to a few days ago and just received a call, the person is no more. The emotional attachment and everything is off. And see my mom, the way she was crying, my sisters, and even friends, it's just destabilized me. I had to even leave the environment just to cool off somewhere else because I didn't even know how to think or how to even behave. It was a very serious period, but we actually put through.
Yeah, and I commend you for that. I
Yeah,
actually
thank
believe
you.
losing someone and dealing with grief is something that almost everyone on earth has experienced. I myself, I'm still struggling from that shock. I also
Oh,
experienced a tragic loss in my life,
so
so I
sorry
can
for that.
I can almost relate to what you're saying exactly. And thank you very much for sharing that.
Yeah, my pleasure.
So, what has been your coping strategy, or what was your coping strategy through that period?
So my coping strategy during that period was actually to understand the situation. If you don't try to understand what is happening, you will just continue to be in a circle. You need to sit with yourself and understand what actually happened so that that will prepare you for what will happen later on. And after understanding that this life is somewhere you just come to have an impact. And when you're done with what you're sent to do, you're gone. So with the understanding that death is inevitable, he has done his own part and it's gone. So me continue to be sober and not having good health, you actually have negative effects in my life. So after having that understanding that okay, this has happened, what's next? Because this event, some things often go with it. For instance, you won't be able to sleep. Closing your eyes, you'll just be seeing the person. Or sitting down, you just be thinking. But it's a gradual process you definitely put through. So what I actually did was I spoke out, I talk, speak to people, communicate more with people, and these people can be your friends, can be a therapist, can be somebody you don't even know at all, just for them to give you another idea about events. Then I was active. As I said, it was during my exam period. I had to do something to take my mind off what just occurred. So fortunately for me then it was my exam period, so I had to take it serious. And luckily for me, I even came out with flying colors. It was actually very good. Then I went out with friends, like just go out with friends, relax, go for adventures, see new places, meet new people, do something I'm very, very good with. That's making friends and just do things that you don't even do before. It takes your mind away from that particular situation. And those were the things that helped out.
That's actually great advice, and I'm glad you were able to pull through, and I'm very proud of you. And I know your father is looking down on you and is smiling. The fact that you're able to
Yeah,
hold it together and actually pull through. I know that can be very, very difficult. It's easier said than done, actually.
sure. But
Yeah.
you just
But
have to,
yeah, it's a process. I still believe it's a continuous process, and we owe it to them to actually do better with our lives. So yeah.
yes.
So what would be your advice for someone who's just dealing with this? And what would you say to them?
I will just tell them to hold it there and make them believe they can pull through any situation. They've not been designed to be depressed. They've not been designed to have anxieties. They've not been designed to have disorders. They've been designed to live fine and enjoy Mother Nature to its very best. So you just have to talk out, be active, ask for help, take a break from things that might even remind you of events that have occurred. And before you know it, you will definitely pull through. It's a process. It doesn't come immediately, but you have to start a process. If you don't start it, you won't pull through. You just have to start, and start by talking out, joining communities. You don't know how much you will be relieved if you actually talk out. You have to forget the notion of people saying when you tell people your problem, it doesn't get resolved. But trust me, you don't know who will be willing to listen to you. People out there that actually want to listen to you, they want to lend you listening ear. So just speak out and you'll see the end result. Thank you.
Yeah, I would just like to talk more on that particular point you just mentioned. And most times people get discouraged when they tend to reach out to people in their circle and they don't get the response they think they need, or they don't get that comfort or that solace. But I would often tell people not to be discouraged and still seek for help and reach out to other people, or see a professional, or join a community of people who are going through similar things like you. Because one of the great steps to recovery from almost anything in life, like in my experience, I can't really just broaden it that way, but realizing that you're not alone is actually something that's good, and realizing that people are also going through these struggles, and finding such communities and coming together and talking about the issues and resolving them and helping each other through those difficult times is something that really helped and changed my life. So I would really hope someone listening to this discussion today would hopefully benefit from this discussion and speak up and seek for help. So thank you very much for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very, very much. Well, we're glad to have you. And you enjoy the rest of your day. And we are cheering for you. And we're always here to listen, and we're always here to go through whatever you're going through and just join you on your journey. And you can also, and which you are presently, being of great help to other people. So thank you very much once more, and do take care of yourself.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for listening to this conversation. To support this podcast, please like, share, leave a comment or a review, and also follow us on Instagram and Twitter at PeersArena. Thank you, and see you next time.